Join me for the story to help you relax and find comfort tonight. With Sweet Pea and Hannah, a tale of tender care. This story is about Sweet Pea and Hannah's journey of caring for each other and others in a peaceful valley. Once upon a time, in the gentle embrace of a serene valley, there lived a kind-hearted human named Sweet Pea Poitier. Sweet Pea was known for her vibrant smile and the gentle touch she offered to all beings, human and animal alike. Nearby, in a secluded nook of the forest, a little dwarf named Hannah made her home. Hannah, with her bright eyes and nimble fingers, was celebrated among the woodland creatures for her caring ways and unmatched skill in knitting warmth into little socks for tiny feet. One fine morning, the sky painted with the hues of dawn, Sweet Pea decided to visit the dwarven realm and see her friend Hannah. Carrying a basket filled with golden apples and freshly baked bread wrapped in soft cloth, Sweet Pea sang a sweet melody as she traversed the lush paths that wound through the forest. Alive and alive, Hannah was sitting on a moss-covered rock, surrounded by a chiming brook and the fluttering songs of birds. Sweet Pea greeted Hannah with a radiant smile, feeling the warmth of friendship blossom in her heart. The two friends sat together, sharing stories as the sun rose higher, its golden rays kissing the earth with gentle warmth. As they feasted on sweet apples and aromatic bread, Hannah recounted tales of her forest adventures, weaving magic into every word. Sweet Pea listened intently, captivated by the world that Hannah painted with her vivid tales. As dusk approached, bringing stars that twinkled like tiny lanterns overhead, Hannah invited Sweet Pea to stay overnight. With the gentle murmur of the brook as their lullaby, they wrapped themselves in woolen blankets handcrafted by Hannah herself. That night, Sweet Pea dreamt of magical forests and creatures that danced under a moonlit sky, knowing she was cared for in the presence of her friend. In the morning, Sweet Pea and Hannah took a walk deeper into the forest, where wildflowers blossomed like vibrant patches against the towering trees. Along the way, they met a little bunny whose paw was sore. Sweet Pea, with her nurturing nature, gently picked up the bunny and held it close, while Hannah wrapped its paw with a tender leaf bandage, her hands moving with practiced care. Together, they cared for the bunny, watching it hop away once more into the tapestry of the forest. As Sweet Pea bid farewell to Hannah, she felt her heart light, filled with gratitude for the shared moments of pure care and friendship. Promising to return soon, Sweet Pea left the dwarven realm, knowing that such bonds, nurtured with kindness and compassion, are treasures to be cherished. Hannah watched her friend disappear over the hill, whispering a promise to keep the warmth of their friendship alive no matter the distance. Now, let's embrace another gentle story. Orchid and Salvia, a tale of friendship and bugs. This story is about the blossoming friendship between Orchid and Salvia, and how they explored the harmony between nature and literature. Beneath the boughs of the ancient oak tree that guarded the entrance to the meadow, Orchid stood captivated by the intricate floral designs on the bindings of the books she had just purchased. The summer sun filtered through the leaves, casting dappled shadows across the pages as the scent of wildflowers danced in the air. Orchid, a curious and bright-eyed young woman, often lost herself amidst stories, finding comfort and adventure within the pages. While she appreciated nature's beauty, books were her realm of unimaginable exploration. It was here that she met Salvia, a wise and congenial dwarf, whose affinity for wildflowers matched her own passion for literature. Salvia was smaller than Orchid, but boasted a heart as large as any human's. He wore a vibrant green tunic and a hat adorned with the first blooms of spring, tiny petals complementing his gentle disposition. When they first encountered each other, Salvia was engrossed in arranging a bouquet, his long and nimble fingers effortlessly weaving stems, while humming a tune. He approached him with curiosity, and asked if flowers had stories of their own. Salvia's eyes twinkled as he raised his head, smiling warmly. "Indeed they do," he replied. "Though their tales are not scribed in books, they whisper through leaves and petals, waiting for a voice to interpret them." This sparked Orchid's imagination, and together, they began sharing tales woven from both paper and petals. As the weeks rolled by, their friendship blossomed like the meadow's blooms. They shared days beneath the oak, exchanging novels and narratives, while Salvia introduced Orchid to the language of flowers. She learned how a particular flower she mirrored the emotion within a tale. For blue hyacinth spoke of forgiveness, while vibrant pansies whispered of remembered thoughts. Orchid realized these botanical characters could enhance the stories within her books, bringing depth and color beyond mere ink. Salvia showed her how to craft bookmarks from flower presser adorned with petals and leaves, ensuring the books contained a piece of nature's narrative. One sunny afternoon, Orchid decided to give Salvia a book that captured the spirit of their friendship, the tales of travelers who find the true meaning of home in unexpected places. Its cover was embossed with golden curls reflecting the sunlight like a tapestry of words. As she presented the book, Salvia held her hand and said, "To join words with nature is a gift beyond measure." Their bond grew to symbolize the harmonious blend of nature's beauty with the written word, creating stories that flowered in their shared imagination. Each season brought new collections of tales and blooms, grounding their friendship as sturdy as the oak that first sheltered their meeting. Now as night blanketed the sky, Orchid nestled under her quilt, clutching the bookmark wrapped in petals, a whispered promise that dreams would continue to blossom, one page at a time. Meanwhile, Salvia sat by his window, gazing at the stars and the book in his lap, knowing that the language of nature and narratives would guide their way, with the unspoken understanding that wherever Orchid was, words and flowers would accompany their journey. Let's embrace the next chapter of our journey. Jasmine and Tiara, a tale of safety. This story is about Jasmine, a curious girl who finds safety and warmth in the company of a wise gnome named Tiara during a storm. On the edge of the bustling town of Meadowbrook, where golden fields met the whispering woods, there lived a young girl named Jasmine. Her heart was as bright as her golden hair, and every day was an adventure waiting to unfold. Not far from Jasmine's home, hidden deep in a thicket of ancient oak trees, lived a wise and gentle gnome named Tiara, whose wisdom was revered by all the creatures of the woods. Jasmine had often heard tales of Tiara's kindness, and the magical stories she would tell to those who found her secret dwelling. Curiosity piqued. Jasmine's dream was to visit Tiara, to listen to tales only the stars knew, and to discover the wonders that lay deep within the forest. Sunny morning, warmed by the early spring sun, Jasmine decided it was the perfect day to seek out Tiara. She packed a small satchel with a loaf of bread, a slice of cheese, and a bottle of her favorite lemon drink, gifts she hoped Tila would appreciate. As she entered the woods, the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and butterflies danced around her in a symphony of colors. Guided by the gentle hum of nature, Jasmine ventured deeper, past the familiar paths into parts of the forest that whispered of ancient secrets. After what seemed like hours, just when doubt began to nibble at her courage, she stumbled upon a cozy, moss-covered dwelling. It was adorned with tiny windows, and a door painted in bright, welcoming colors. As she had found it, Tiara's home. Tiara greeted Jasmine with a warm smile, her eyes twinkling like the morning dew. "Welcome, Beth's mine," Tiara said in a voice soft as a breeze. Inside, the little house was filled with the comforting fragrance of herbs and honey, and the walls were lined with books and magical trinkets. Over the next few hours, Tilla wove tales of the forest, of brave creatures and enchanted lands. Jasmine listened with wide-eyed wonder, feeling as if she were floating on the gentle woods spun by Tiala's voice. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows through the trees, Tiala sensed a change in the wind. A storm was approaching, one that could turn the woods from a place of wonder to one of peril. Sensing Jasmine's unease, Tiala reassured her. "Stay here, where it's safe," Tiala insisted, leading Jasmine to a snug nook filled with soft blankets. Trusting Tiala's wisdom, Jasmine nestled in, feeling the warmth and safety of the gnome's home. The storm outside raged, but surrounded by the tranquility of Tiala's presence, Jasmine felt safe and protected. As the storm subsided, the forest began to sing again with the delicate tunes of nocturnal creatures. With dawn approaching, Tiala and Jasmine enjoyed a breakfast of warm tea and fresh pastries, the storm now just a memory replaced by laughter and friendship. Jasmine thanked Tiala, her heart full of gratitude and warmth. She realized that the real treasure was not just the tales and laughter, but the safety and comfort found in a small nook amid the storm. It was a lesson she would carry with her forever, that sometimes the greatest adventures lie in the safety of friendship and the warmth of caring hearts. The next story awaits, calm and kind. The Blossom and the Whispering Wind, A Journey Home. This story is about Blossom, a girl who journeys beyond her home to discover its true value, with the guidance of the whispering wind, Lobelia. Once upon a time, in a lush and verdant valley, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Blossom, who loved everything about her home. She would wander through the fields of wildflowers, her heart singing with the whispers of the wind that gently caressed her cheeks. One sunny morning, Blossom felt a peculiar sense of longing within her. She looked at the sky, painted in the soft hues of dawn, and wondered if there was something more beyond the hills she had always known. Determined to explore beyond her familiar surroundings, Blossom decided to embark on a journey. As she packed a small bag with her beloved keepsakes, she heard a gentle voice carried by the wind. "Greetings, dear Blossom," the voice said melodiously. Blossom looked around and realized it was the wind itself speaking to her, an ethereal presence known as Lobelia, the whispering wind. Lobelia swirled around her, its gentle breeze wrapping her in a comforting embrace. "Are you truly ready to leave?" it asked. "I don't want to leave forever," Blossom replied. "I just want to understand where home truly is beyond what I see every day." "Very well," Lobelia whispered. "I will accompany you on your journey." With Lobelia by her side, Blossom ventured beyond the rolling hills, the landscape changing with each step. They passed through enchanted forests where the leaves murmured old stories and across rivers that sang tales of the ocean beyond. Along the way, Blossom met people whose hearts, like flowers, bloomed with kindness. She discovered new flavors in shared meals, and listened to stories that spoke of dreams yet to come. Yet, as the moons shifted and the stars rearranged themselves in the night sky, Blossom felt the gentle tug of home in her heart. "Oh, Lobelia," she sighed, "I have seen so much, yet my heart yearns for the valley I know. Sometimes we must leave in order to truly find what awaits us," Lobelia whispered wisely. With a new understanding and gratitude for her journey, Blossom turned her steps back toward the valley, now painted with the golden brush of sunset. As she neared home, the familiar scent of blooming wildflowers greeted her, and the warm embrace of the valley felt like a cozy quilt round her shoulders. "Oh, come home," the valley seemed to whisper. With a heart full of joy and a soul enriched by her adventure, Blossom knew that, while her journey had taken her far, It was home that held the truest treasure of all. Thank you for being here. Sweet dreams.